This is the Better Band Bureau. My name is James, and this week we're going to talk about organic post targeting on Facebook. You've probably noticed that in the last few years, the organic reach of your posts on Facebook has become absolutely abysmal. For those of you who don't know, organic reach is how many people you reach without paying for ads. So you have organic and you have paid reach. And there's quite a big difference because organic is free. But Facebook has been limiting this more and more using their algorithm because they want to drive more people to advertising. How Facebook's algorithm works is that it shows your post to a small amount of people, and then if the post does well engagement-wise, so likes, shares, comments, that kind of stuff, it will show the post to more people. But if it doesn't do well with that first audience, then the post isn't shown to other people, or at least not as many. When you buy ads or boost a Facebook post, you can actually target what you're showing very specifically to certain people to make sure you're getting the exact audience that you want and you get the best bang for your buck on those ad dollars. However, when you're trying to reach people organically without spending money on ads, you don't have that option, at least not by default. With a quick change in your settings, you can actually use organic targeting to have a better engagement rate on your Facebook posts and hopefully in the long run spend less money on ad dollars. There's a time and a place for advertisements on Facebook, YouTube, Google, or any other site like that, but as much as that's an important part of your strategy, I think it's still very important to get as much as you possibly can without paying for it. Using organic post targeting will help extremely. Now, the organic post targeting features are not nearly as complex or versatile as the paid advertising options are, but it still has the basics. This is really beneficial in boosting your initial engagement, which then, in turn, makes your other posts get more engagement as well because they're shown to more people after the algorithm decided that it was a popular post. So, you can see that I've pulled up the Better Band Bureau Facebook page here, and this is what organic post targeting looks like. When you go to write a post, you see this drop down at the bottom that says public. Change that to newsfeed targeting, and then you can target it to certain interests. So for example, if your band sounds like Creed, you could put in Creed. Not sure why you'd want to do that, but if you sound like Creed, good on you. Then, knowing that Creed is popular with people in their mid-30s to 40s, you could drop down here, put in age 30 to 50, and then you already have a bit of an audience there. You have fans of Creed between 30 and 50. That's a good start. Then you could even target men or women, which I don't think is necessary unless you have a highly targeted product that you're selling. But you can target by location, which is wonderful if you want to target people in Boston for your show there, but you don't want to spam people's newsfeed if they're in New York City and they're not going to go to a show in Boston. So you'd put in Boston, and then you can change the radius anywhere from 10 to 50 miles, which is a huge plus. And so for a show, I'd probably say go with 50 miles. And you can even set a language. So if you happen to have fans who speak different languages, or this might be useful if you're doing a European tour and you're banned from the US, you could write one post in English and write another version in the country's native language and target them to different people, which would be really helpful. And then there's even more demographics like relationship status and education level, which probably wouldn't be a huge factor for a band. But for example, if you had a Valentine's Day thing coming up, you could target a post to people who are in a relationship or married or engaged. And then you could target single people and say, hey, you're single, so here's a free song or something like that. So there are many different options for targeting, and you can be really creative with what you're doing to see those higher engagement rates, which results in higher organic reach after the initial engagement is good. But you're probably asking how to set this up, and that's a very good question. It's really easy, and it used to be a standard feature on Facebook pages, but now it's kind of hidden. So what you have to do is you go up to Settings, then make sure you're in the General tab here, and you're going to look for Audience Optimization for Posts. Click Edit, and make sure this is checked. If it's not checked, then you don't have it. And usually it's not checked by default. In fact, I think always it's not checked by default these days. So check it and then click Save Changes, and then you'll have all the targeting options that I just showed you here on the main page. As a refresher, you just go to Write a Post, click the Public dropdown, and select Newsfeed Targeting, and you can do all the targeting that you desire. That's about it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that this post targeting helps you a lot. I know it definitely will if you're active on social media and figure out how to target the audience that you're looking for. If you want any help with audience targeting, I'm still offering free 30-minute coaching sessions for anyone who signs up to my mailing list. The link for that is down below, and if you sign up, I will gladly talk to you about organic post targeting or any other band business related topic for an entire half hour. I'd really love to chat with you about whatever you want to talk about to help improve your band as a business and turn it from a hobby into a career. So again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you next week.